At the 2025 Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in Tianjin, Chinese President Xi Jinping stepped up to the podium with more than diplomacy on his mind. His words, though carefully chosen, carried a clear message aimed far beyond the conference room. Straight toward Washington, Xi called on member nations to reject what he described as hegemony and power politics. Though he never named the United States, his meaning was unmistakable. This was not merely a speech about cooperation, it was a challenge to a global system long dominated by Western rules, institutions, and sanctions. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization, a bloc that now includes China, Russia, India, Iran, Pakistan, and several Central Asian states, represents a vast geopolitical and economic frontier. And this year, Xi Jinping made it clear it's time for the SCO to act as more than a security forum. He proposed the immediate creation of an SCO Development Bank, a financial institution that, according to him, could provide vital support to member nations without the strings often attached by Western-led institutions like the IMF or World Bank. Xi argued this bank would promote independent development and shield economies from what he called external shocks. Backing his words with numbers, Xi highlighted that Chinese investments in SCO countries have already surpassed $84 billion. He also pledged a further 10 billion yuan in loans through the bloc's interbank consortium and over 2 billion yuan in grants, a direct financial commitment to building a new regional order. But Xi wasn't just talking economics. He stressed the importance of resisting bloc confrontation, a term closely tied to Cold War thinking and alliances like NATO. In effect, Xi warned SCO members against aligning with Western strategies that divide the world into competing camps. His message? Solidarity through diversity and unity outside the orbit of U.S. influence. In a bold assertion, Xi described the SCO as a rising economic force, indirectly portraying it as a $30 trillion powerhouse, accounting for more than a quarter of global GDP. While this figure was not formally adopted by the summit, it reflects a strategic narrative Beijing has long cultivated, the rise of the Global South as a counterweight to the Western-led global system. He also called for the establishment of a new center within the SCO framework, one designed to coordinate responses to regional and international challenges. While details remain unclear, it may be a stepping stone toward greater political alignment within the group. The context of Xi's statements cannot be separated from the broader U.S.-China tensions. The trade war that began under the Trump administration has continued under President Harris, now intensifying through sanctions, export controls, and diplomatic pushback against Chinese tech and infrastructure expansion. By framing the SCO as an inclusive, cooperative, and non-confrontational bloc, and contrasting it with what he implied were U.S.-led coercive alliances, Xi is redefining how the Global South sees power.